Hi everybody, welcome to my Barbie stream. I'm really excited to talk about the Barbie movie. Well, yes, to talk about the cast of the Barbie movie and their styling choices and stuff. I feel like the opinion is really split on people between whether you think it's really fun to talk about celebrity style or if you just think it's kind of distracting. I'm definitely on the fun side because I just think, yeah, it's really interesting to have these kind of visual representations of the different essence flavors. Even though celebrities aren't really like real people, I think it's really fun to have them as this kind of just like imaginary, yeah, like artistic creation of a collage for us to look at different style stuff. And I'm really excited about the Barbie movie. I tried to do like a Barbie outfit. I was inspired by that scene where Margot Robbie, you know, she has this like that like stupid big necklace in that one scene. So I felt like this was my Barbie moment. So, okay, you have to like let me know if you think that was on point, or I take the necklace off so it doesn't distract from the broadcast. Okay. And my Barbie nails. Okay, before I start talking about serious stuff, I just want to share like my personal tragedy, which is that I had to switch nail people. And when your nail person, she does the she takes the nails off with the thing, and it like made my nails really thin. So now I'm trying to grow my nails out, and I've been growing them out for like a month. And I feel like it still looks okay, but I want it to look new and nice. But I also just want to grow my nails out as long as possible. So that's my current very minor but very real struggles in the world. Okay, I see people are here. Let's talk about the Barbie stuff together. Obviously, I first have to give my take on the Barbie movie. Huge fan, really big fan. I think it's really fun just to have a summer really big movie event that is themed for girls and women. Yeah, that's really fun. I feel like we don't get that most summers. I feel, you know, it's action movies. I'm a big Marvel fan, really like the superhero movies. I think they're really fun. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, there's just not enough movies that are made primarily with like a aggressively girly / female angle. So I feel like it's been really nice to have a really big movie that's a big cultural phenomenon that's explicitly targeted towards the ladies. Not only the ladies, but I think also just for me as a person, I would say more on the girly spectrum. I think that's like a good word to describe the things I like. I really like things that are very stereotypically like super girly. And I think the movie, the aesthetic, the vibe, the spirit is just like ultra girly. So I feel very catered to. And, you know, being catered to by mainstream culture, what a rush. You're like, yes. That's how I feel, at least. So I'm very happy with it. And then vis-a-vis deeper critiques, I don't know. I don't think that's really what you're here for, but I think that with Greta Gerwig, and I really admire her so much as a filmmaker, and I think what she did really well is that she really took the concept of the Barbie, like it's a doll. So the movie is about dolls, and I feel like what you play with Barbies, as she very well reminds us in the first scene, right, is dolls are for kids, and you take your dolls and you play out these grown-up scenarios with them. Like, what do they do? I remember me and my sister, we had that Barbie camper van, and it like folded out, and you could like set it up, and you just like play out imaginary scenarios, right, from a child's perspective. And I feel like in some ways the Barbie movie is definitely like an enactment of really big adult themes about gender, power, identity, relationships, belonging, and so on, in a very like childish and, I would say, like, I guess, unsophisticated way. And that's obviously the intention of the movie, because I feel like the genius really of the movie is for Greta Gerwig, just to give her so much credit, is to set up the movie to tell you in the first scene with this like homage to Stanley Kubrick. It's like, you know, I know like what films are, and I know like what a serious film is, but this is a funny film. And I think that's also why she ends the movie on this really kind of like very slapstick note with the gynecologist thing. It's just to be like, it's not supposed to be that deep. And I think that's really fun that she's able to do that. And of course, blah, 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 it's just like a corporate movie, and it's not like, it doesn't cover all the bases of feminism. Who cares? Like, I am not seeking my personal feminist philosophy to be advanced by this movie. I am really seeking to have like a good time. And I feel like it's really nice to have a good time in the pinkness. Oh, hello, friends. Now I see the comments. It always takes a little while for me to get them. Thank you for saying the necklace is on point. So anyway, and by the way, that doesn't like dismiss, like, I think it's great if people actually can use Barbie in some ways as their starting point or an insight for a critique on feminism or a critique on how movies use feminism or how like use it for any discourse you want. I think that's really the intention of the movie, is people can project very many different politics and many different conclusions onto it. I think it's great for people to use it as a starting point for conversation. So I didn't mean to say like that's an invalid use of the movie. I was just saying, for me, like, the main use of the movie is really the fun and the joy. To just circle back to my girliness, I really like just how unapologetic the movie is aesthetically. Everything is like so pretty and so fun, and I felt like there was so much effort by the movie in every way, from the visual design to the acting to the writing, just to like give you a smile. And I think that's really, really nice. I feel like the world right now is, there's a lot of big global challenges, and I think it's nice to have entertainment that is like very pure and fun. Plus I feel like there was some very like innovative things. I don't know if you guys have seen Legion. It's probably like one of the most artistically advanced TV shows of our time. And I really like to see the Legion influences kind of trickling out. I really felt that when they had the dance off. I felt that's what it reminded me of. Okay, so this is like Rita talking about her. This is Rita talking about her Barbie thoughts. But now we're going to talk about style thoughts, because that's why you're here. So what I was thinking today we could do is we could look at some of the cast of the Barbie movie, and then we could look at some of their outfits, because some of them have a lot of red carpet outfits. Some of them have just, lots of other outfits. And then we could talk about where do they fit into the system, and how does their red carpet style, their style in general, how does it accord with their placement in the style key, the 4 quadrants. And I thought this could be like a really fun live topic, because I think it's, just fun to see together how do I think about people's essence when they're celebrities, right? Because it's a bit different than normal people who I talk to about their desires and wants and overall, like intentions. With celebrities, we're just projecting stuff on them. So it's a bit of a different process. And I think that could be really fun. And I hope that also seeing how I do it helps you feel like you can also play this game, and you can also type any celebrities you're interested in, because we can all do it. It's fun. So you have to let me know also if you are here, like, if you've seen the movie, if you're going to see the movie, if you think it's a disaster, success, whatever. I love to hear it. Love the discourse. Okay. So in preparation, I asked my genius, brilliant, amazing superstar research assistant, Ulrika, to put together a bunch of photos of the cast. And I've kind of loosely ordered them in the order I think we should talk about them. So here is my PowerPoint. I wonder if I can make this a little bit bigger so it's just takes up more space. Okay, that's like the biggest I think I can get it easily. Okay, that's fine. So that's my cover page, and here's where I thought we could put the people. And then I thought obviously we have to start with Margot, Barbie herself. Okay, and I don't have talked about Margot before. So I want to ask you, I know there's 20 people here, so I want to ask you if you have guesses, thoughts, reflections on where you would put her in the style system. And Melissa says that she saw the Barbie movie 2 days ago, did not expect to get that emotional at a movie about a doll. And I just want to say, I agree so hard. I think that's part of the reason I've been really, honestly, a bit surprised by how, I don't know, people have a lot of criticisms about the movie, because it was I expected very, very little. I love Greta, so I knew it was gonna be good, and then I thought it was gonna be fun. But it's but they actually did make it kind of meaningful and interesting, and it was a whole experience. So I thought that they overperformed expectations, but then people were kind of like upset that it was not maybe the most sophisticated feministic point ever, which is kind of ironic because it's a bit of the, I think Greta could foresee that critique, well, Greta and Noah, so I feel like it's literally written into the script that we ask too much for women. So that's why I'm asking people. Okay, we got some suggestions. Lily says right up. Somebody says they like, Fernanda says she liked the movie. That's good. Okay, I remember Natalia says about the cheerleader movie. I remember that But I'm a Cheerleader movie, but I haven't seen it for so long. So maybe I should revisit it. And then somebody, Glimmer, says Margot's left up on the board. It's a write-up. Inquiry says, are you typing the people who portray the characters in the movie or the I'm typing the people who portray the characters in the movie. I'm not analyzing like the outfits in the movie. I think that's a separate thing. I'm just talking about the cast. That's okay. Okay. Oh my god. So a lot of like I feel like we're gonna have a really fun disagreement here about Margot's essence, as I can see so far. So here's the thing. I think first of all, I want to say, as we have all, I don't know if you guys are as obsessed with this topic as I am, but I have been really seeing the Barbie press tour. A lot of the photos, like they just come up a lot on my Instagram. Right? I can't get away. Reddit everywhere, and I really love it. And I think that Margot, obviously, she's done a really, really amazing job living this character on the red carpet. But it also made me think very much that, in a way, she is very in character on the red carpet. Do you know what I mean? It really feels like she's like, this is the Barbie era. This is the Barbie era for me, and she's kind of inhabiting it. Okay, Inquiry says Margot is right down. Lily says Margot is right down. I was thinking Barbie's right up. Okay, you know what? I do think like Barbie is probably right up because it's so like the idea of it is like she's doing this job, so here's the outfit she needs, and the outfits are always so right, like just logical in a way where it's like, and everything is like exactly the way that it makes sense to me. And my beautiful write-up, like Sappho friends, I'm not trying to lock you into some sort of a need to do things perfectly. So please don't take that away from here. But I'm just saying, like, if somebody had to have this like perfect little outfit because they're going to be a teacher, and you know everything has to match, and there's a little brooch and it matches the shoes, kind of a write-up vibe. And I feel like Barbie is living that. Margot's one of the archetypes that can draw from all the others and can embody many different styles. Melissa, I totally agree with you. And that's like what really struck me looking at the red carpet, is that I really felt, as I said, that I feel like for me, Margot on the red carpet as Barbie is like still acting, right? She's doing like kind of a bit. She's like, I am Barbie on the press tour. And it's really kind of her getting lost in this character, I would say in a positive way, not in a negative way, like she's disappearing. She's just really like stepping fully into the character. And that kind of makes me automatically think for her that she has probably more down essence, because I feel like she can so easily kind of put up this like image, like overlaying herself. Do you know what I mean? Like that she can very easily assume a different persona with these outfits. Does that make sense? I feel like, oh my god, I've never really talked live about typing celebrities before, and I realized that maybe my thought process on these things sounds like really crazy, actually. Not like crazy in an unhinged, dangerous way, but it's like, it's such like a weird thing to think about what is like people's essence and how do I perceive the way that they appear. So that's really fun for me. But anyway, I feel like, yeah, she's really performing on the red carpet. I really like it. Then it's really because she found some just like other photos. I wanted just to show these ones. I would say those are, okay, I cannot choose favorite Barbie looks, but I just wanted to, like the premiere with the Los Angeles premiere with that like fluffy black dress. I mean, I obviously haven't had this Barbie, but I've seen this Barbie, you know, so much. And I feel like that dress and the gloves, it's such like that elegance. It was so Barbie. I loved this with the scarf print and the hair and the earrings. I don't know, this was just perfection. And going back to my the sweet girly side of me. I thought this Vivienne Westwood, like pink and white with the pearls, it was just like so perfect. But again, all of these are kind of like Margot doing a Barbie cosplay, and she's really beautiful and she looks great. But we're not like, oh, like I'm really like seeing like Margot and who she is as a person. Like I get her. I don't really get that here. I really see she's like having a great time being Barbie. And then Sarika, she has found some like different representative photos of Margot's style over the years. I just wanted to kind of like show you these 6 photos that they're just different things. I thought this was interesting, right? Her at the Suicide Squad premiere where she played, what is that lady called? I'm not a DC girl. Harley Quinn, right? So then she's playing Harley Quinn and she has this quite edgy outfit, right? With the lace and the colors and the dark lipstick, and even the hair is messy. And then she has this kind of like sweet outfit here and this like power lady red suit here. So I think if one thing like we can definitely tell about Margot is that she really does a lot of different looks. Like she can do a lot of different stuff, which to me doesn't really mean anything, because I think a lot of different people with a lot of different essence can do a lot of styles. But like in her case, I feel like it's again saying that she's just, that style like easily can become like a costume for her in a way where she's really able to use style to show a whole different thing about herself unexpected. So okay, so in preparation for this stream, I did some research on Margot. I watched her video on Vogue Australia where she's doing like a little, she watches some clips from herself and she laughs in the sofa, like talking about herself. And here she's also wearing this like feathery thing. And I thought the whole time that the feathery thing, it seemed, I didn't like it. It seemed like distracting for her. But again, I don't know what to conclude from that. So I watched this video, and then I also watched, wait, that's for Greta. I searched Margot Robbie's style, and I watched her 73 questions with Vogue. So that's kind of like what I did to try and get the hang of Margot Robbie as a person. So my verdict for Margot Robbie, I'm going to go for write down. That's the essence. I think ultimately Margot, I would say, I'm trying to think about her keywords, and I somehow didn't prepare these because it's a live stream. I hope that's okay. Anyway, I think like obviously Margot is definitely on the more right side because I think she leans for me much more towards like the dreamy and the inspiring and even the refined looks. Like I do like the looks on her that lean a little bit more like classic in a non any style system sense of it, but just this like a little bit more elegant, I feel is like her natural lean is to go a little bit further more refined. I think definitely it's the dreaminess. Maybe it's because she's, plays up her like sweet blondness, but I feel like she plays it up in a really good way. So I like it. But then I feel like the down quadrant makes more sense for her because, as I said, I think she feels a little bit like her beauty, her natural beauty, I feel is kind of like on the understated side. I feel like she can like adopt a lot of different personas kind of easily with the costume. And since she's an actress, probably that's something she likes to do. So that's not something she's doing wrong, but it's just something that easily happens. And then at the same time, I don't feel, having looked at a lot of outfit photos of hers, I don't feel like, oh, we need to see Margot in like the most dressed up, the fanciest outfits in order to fully kind of make sense for her. Do you know what I mean? Like somehow, I know these photos are really small for you, but when I look at her in these like outfits where she looks like really cute, right? She has these special jeans, this like really cool top in the back, and everything is special. If we look at her in the red carpet in kind of a slinky gown, if we look at her in the Barbie outfits, if we look at her in the airport outfits, if we look at her in a denim dress, if we look at her in this white suit moment, I feel like there's very valid reasons why some people might say like, oh, this is a good look for her and I like it, or this isn't a good look for her and I don't like it. But I don't feel like, oh, she really needs this kind of level of the drama, the glamour, the extravagance, in order for it to make sense and for us to feel like, oh, like here we're seeing Margot. Do you know what I mean? So I think like the fluidity, the like ease of her styling and how she can really feel like authentic to herself in many different types of framings. I feel like that's the freedom of having the down essence. So that's where I'm going to put her. I'm going to put her right down. And I feel like, what archetype should we put her in? Do people have like thoughts and ideas? I'm going to make like her head so we can put it on the map here. This is so cute. Okay, and I know I spent a long time talking about Margot, but I've thought about her a lot because I think it's interesting how she, in some ways, she really doesn't want to be like known for her looks, but she really is. And like, if you know about her career in Hollywood, it's like she really wanted to get into being a producer rather than just being an actress because she wanted to be like more in control of her career, more in control of her image. And I really like that for her. So I'm going to kind of like put her over here. That's my vibe for her. And I guess that kind of puts her in the intersection of being like the main character, maybe the illuminatrix, maybe the explorer. Like I feel like that's kind of the area that she is in. Okay, so that is my Margot take. I hope that this makes sense for you. Okay, but now we're going to move on. I feel like we have some like easier people after that. But yeah, I put some easier people. I put Ryan, right? Because we already know, I already talked about Ryan Gosling before in our men's videos. He's like a very prototypical, write down protagonist. That's his archetype. And I feel like we can really see that in his presentation on the red carpet, right? He looks... And you could say this is like, oh, it's his personal coloring, but I don't think it's just his coloring. But overall, like, I know these photos are small, but it's like he has these light colors, right? It's kind of like the softness. It's a little bit matchy. It's a little bit tailored, but it's also kind of relaxed. Like how he goes with these light color shoes on, let me move some the light color shoes on the suit to add even a bit of more like the dreamy, gentle look. But then he can do the dark shoes for, you know, bit of a stronger look, so he can do a lot. But I feel like ultimately he likes to keep it kind of like breezy, relaxed, elegant. And that's, I mean, I feel like Ryan Reynolds, that's really his essence, right? He has this kind of charming, the ultimate like protagonist vibes where you always just think, oh, this guy seems like a really great guy, even though you really don't know why it is you're on his side somehow or what it is that makes him likable. You're just like, okay. And I feel like he likes things that are kind, you know, he likes these stripes and the checks, and he can look okay in like a nice suit, and he likes these kind of tailored trousers and Oxfords, and everything is a little bit on the refined, elegant side, but also, you know, it's relaxed. And he is definitely like working with the personalness of his charm, if that makes sense. Okay, I know we've talked about Ryan a lot. I feel I've talked about Ryan in the past. So that's cute that they're like together in the movie. I'm gonna put him, I don't know if that's the cutest picture of Ryan Gosling's face that has ever existed, but that's it. And we're gonna put him over here. We'll put him behind Margot because, you know, she's everything and he's just Ken. But he's up there in his protagonist corner. Okay, what do you think so far? I think this is really fun. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So after Margot, who do I have? Oh yeah, I'm cheating one more time with like Issa Rae, who I know and love and who I've typed before. And as you remember, if you know who Issa Rae is, you don't have to know. I put Issa also as a write down main character type. And I feel like this is a great exemplification. You can see on the red carpet, she's going for this really bright color. It was fun. I watched some interviews where she said this was a struggle for her because she doesn't usually like pink. So I feel like it's fun that she did experiment so much with pink. And you can see that, you know, she has this really pretty dress and she has these details. She has the nails. She has the bag. She has this really big pink eyeshadow. So, I mean, it's definitely a very extra, like, dressy red carpet look. But at the same time, to me, it feels a little bit like it definitely has that, like, aspect of ease, right? It's not, like, fussy. And the thing is, like, it's not, like, too much. I feel like that's the thing. Issa, like, she doesn't like things that are too fussy, right? So, yeah, like, the pink dress, I love how it's cut up on her thigh like that. And then she just has her hair really simple, the simple hoop earrings, right? Little, like, necklace, the strappy kind of delicate bare shoes, little bag. Again, it's like, obviously, it's an outfit. It's very festive. It's very red, pink carpet. But there's nothing about it that's really, like, visually overwhelming or, you know, too much. And here, like, again, like, we have this really visual interest by the sheerness of the fabric contrasted with the slip underneath. It's sexy. We have this, like, you know, it's really fun and sheer. But, you know, if she wanted to, right, she could make this outfit, like, more, because I think she has just, like, a really thin pair of hoop earrings here. She could have, like, bigger hoops, or, like, with gemstones, right? Or she could have a necklace, or she could have a bunch of, like, bangles on her arm. Add up the glamness. Or, you know, with shoes, you can see down here how she has just these kind of bare golden shoes. Like, obviously she could have, like, some fancier lace ups or something, like, in a color, or again with gemstones, like, just more like Barbie fun. So I feel like she's a great example of a person who kind of knows the things they like, and she chooses, like, one aspect, right, which I guess for her, pink was already felt like a lot. And so her and her stylist find these pink outfits that are very, like, festive but kind of relaxed. Or here it's like she has this overall green outfit. I like it. I like the shape. I think the back is open. You can see that on the top. So it's exciting and fun, but also kind of, like, easy. Yeah, so I like all of these outfits for her. I think they're really, really cute. I think she looks really pretty. She's, like, on theme. This green one is so festive with the feathers. That's so pretty. I love it. It would probably be really itchy to sit in that, though, to have, like, the feathers on your thigh. So, okay, so we're gonna, oh, sorry, that's not right. So we'll put Issa on our chart here. Let's take this one, and we know she's, and suddenly I'm like, oh my God, it's just a movie full of right down people. Is that, like, a requirement to get cast in this movie? So we're gonna put her right there. Yeah, I feel like Issa, she is, to me, such the main character, popular girl, and that's cute because, you know, President Barbie would be the Moonstone popular girl. That's, yeah, of course she's president. Who else would be president? Okay, so this makes sense. Somebody says that seeing me type live is super interesting. Okay, I hope it's interesting in a good way. And and Glimmer says that Ryan Gosling has the glimmer. Yes, Ryan does have the glimmer. He does like the matchy. I think the main thing about Ryan is I'm thinking about, for, like, men, right, with the kind of raw versus the polished on the left and the right. And I feel like he's kind of trying a little bit towards just a little bit towards more that, like, he wants to present himself as the nice, you know what I mean? It's always like, does he get his chest waxed so he can wear his shirts, like, unbuttoned, you know, and, like, just all bare here? Like, it's part of the look, right? And the way he, like, even the way he styles his hair is all really neat. Okay, so we're starting with some celebrities we know and love. Okay, Dua Lipa, that's another one. I put her up top because she's, like, you know, easy for us. She did go to two. Sorry, this is, like, hard to see. She went to two of the red carpets, and so she had this really pretty dress, which is kind of like a all over shimmery sequin kind of floral print. Oh, she has this really cute heels. They're either butterflies or flowers. She has like a big bracelet, a big necklace, big earrings, and you can see it. Like, we were just talking about Issa Rae, right? And Dua Lipa, she's a left up, right? So she's I think, to me, she's like the muse, the trendsetter. I feel like she does tons of different looks, and she's really just goes for it. You know what I mean? And people there are really obsessed with what she wears. I remember last year she wore white to a wedding where everybody was supposed to wear white, and it was like global news somehow. Like, I don't know. So anyway, and then she wears like naked dress. Okay, I don't know, like sure. Like why not? I don't know like what the connection is to Barbie, but it's like I'm naked. Like okay, you look great, sweetie. So so we have Dua Lipa, but so she's left up, right? And I feel like if we go back to like Issa, right? And again, and this is not to compare them in like who looks good and who doesn't, right? But I'm just saying, like, if you look at Dua Lipa's just talking about, she has so much more like points of interest all over the whole outfit, right? So they both have this like kind of tightly fitted dress that's kind of like minimal and like shows the chest, right? Sexy on the chest. And then Issa, of course, yeah, she has the waistband, she has this detail. Her dress is not boring in any way, but if we just look at Dua Lipa's, right, it's like it just has more because it has a sequined shine stuff. It has the flower print. It is like more open on the chest, and then she accessorizes it with just like literally heavier, bigger jewelry, etc. Even though they have like the same hairstyle. So just like an easy comparison, you could compare her to some of like the simpler outfits to make it more like, oh, look at how much more stuff Dua Lipa has on her, right? It's like if Dua wore this outfit on the red carpet that Issa's wearing so beautifully, she would probably have like, you know, one of those like belts on it, you know, the chain belt with some butterflies. And again, she would have the different shoes that have like the interesting elements on it. She could put on that same big bracelet. Like, there would just be more stuff going on. So that's just the easy point. And then Dua Lipa, of course, I mean, I think her style is really, really fun. I think for me, she really exemplifies the irreverence of the L+U Trendsetter on the left up, where I feel like she takes risks and she does fun things, and she's not afraid to experiment without getting like overly committed to anything. And then if she has a flop, it's just a flop and she kind of moves on. I think that's all really fun for her, and I do like to see her wearing stuff that's just like different, you know, like what's going on here really. What is this? I don't like it. I don't personally like those boots, but I really love to see her wearing it. Another thing for her with the up essence, right, is just kind of like the whole show with all of these extras. Even when she's wearing kind of just a simple kind of naked outfit, it's still like green and purple, and there's sequins and there's safety pins, and the shoes are matching the top, and there's like a bag in an interesting color and texture, and I think the bag has something tied on the handle, and there's like the necklace, and there's the earrings, and there's this really bold makeup look, right? So there's just always a lot of stuff going on, or even, you know, in this dress, right, it's still, the dress has like a really interesting cut. It has cutouts. It has this, really big cutouts. It's like this clash between the dress and the running shoes. She has these very practical socks with them, and it's all this stuff. And then there's these kind of girly earrings, these big sunglasses. There's just always a lot, and I think that's really fun for her. And for her, you know, the more stuff she has on, kind of the more you see her, right? You're like, oh yeah, this is like her thing. She wouldn't necessarily, and it's like, it's not like she can never wear more simple outfits, but it's just that if she was wearing more simple outfits more of the time, you would feel like, oh, something's missing, like what's going on. So we're gonna put our beautiful mermaid over here. Okay, that's also maybe not cutest picture. Just making a little bit of a derpy facial expression, but we'll take it because, you know, we're not here to judge how beautiful Dua's face is. What did you think about Dua Lipa? Had you ever thought about her essence? I guess she wasn't really that big in the movie. I guess she was more in the movie, so she could, because she was associated with the song. When I like the song, I thought it was a really good song for how they use it in the movie. Okay, so that's Dua. Let's go on to see who's next. Oh, okay, yeah, I put Simu Liu here, but I think this got, sorry, I have to fix this because he got a bit mixed up. It was supposed to be, I actually think it was supposed to be Greta and then him, but let's do him instead. So I love Simu Liu because I saw him in Shang-Chi and he was really great, and I thought he was really good as Ken, and I know that he has really nice red carpet style. So this is his Ken outfits. I like them. I feel like we can just right away. I'm sensing a bit more of an Apple vibe than Ryan, because like where they both have the pastel suit, right? But Simu's going for this like interesting harness detail under the suit. I think he has a little necklace here. I love this black outfit. First of all, like edgy for black on Barbie, but also he has this jacquard, I think, fabric, and it has some sort of a leafy print on it. I think he has a sweater tied around, going kind of like a bad boy Ken look. And then he has a kind of a cute sporty casual look, but still I feel like this is a sheer sweater that he's wearing underneath the jacket. So that's really fun. So I feel like he's definitely going for a little bit more on the like edgy, sexy side on his Barbie red carpet. And then we have some more examples of him, but I feel like these are a bit small. So I'm thinking, should we go and investigate him a bit more? Because I'm obviously not as familiar with him as a person or his style. Okay. I don't like that. Okay, well, I definitely know that I'm not loving him in like a t-shirt. This is like, I just feel I feel very underwhelmed when he's just, I feel like he definitely needs a lot. I'm going to definitely say he's leaning towards the up for me, because I feel like, again, what I talked about with, how this makes sense, what I talked about Margot, right? Where it's like, it's not like, oh, Margot doesn't need fancy stuff, so she shouldn't wear fancy stuff. She shouldn't wear glamorous things. I'm just saying, when I look at a picture of Margot in like, tasteful, like artistic jeans and top outfit that her and her stylist picked out that's perfectly tailored to her, etc., I'm like, yeah, that's Margot, and she makes sense to me, just like in the red carpet. Whereas when I look at Simu in his, tailored for him, picked out by his stylist, jeans and t-shirt, and just kind of like, but then it's like, I really need all of that extra from him to like sell me on his beauty. This is cool. He has like these shiny, spooky gloves. So I feel like Met Gala is a good look for him. Yeah. Whereas, and this is in this Ryan Gosling outfit. Underwhelmed. Okay, I think like I don't want to do too much deliberation here, because I don't want to annoy you guys. Because I just want to say, like, usually when I type people before I do a definitive conclusion on somebody and I put them somewhere in my system, I will spend so long like looking up all these different photos of them and watching interviews with them and stuff, because I really want to get a sense for their essence. But I'm happy to say, like, let's just put him in the left up for right now. And then, if after this video somebody's like, Rita, you're totally wrong, I watched these videos with him, he's actually like a left down charmer or left down wild card, I will take it. I will accept it. I will apologize for my oversimplification of him, and we can come back to it. But right now, we're going to just put him, I'm going to put him right over the left up border. I'm going to put him kind of where, for the poet, right? Or he could be the muse, I don't care. The trendsetter, whatever you want to call him. He'll be here. He'll be like Dua's friend over here. I think he's a bit more down than Dua. So that's where he's going to be. And again, I'm going to put him behind her because she's a Barbie and he's a Ken. And that's on theme for the movie. Okay. Hope that makes sense to you. Okay, next up we have Greta Gerwig herself. And I thought, she's not obviously an actress, but she is the genius behind this movie. So I asked Rita to find some photos of her. I haven't really been paying attention to Greta Gerwig's style. I have to say, I did not love this red carpet look from her, because I felt like she was just too covered up. Like the suit jacket over the dress and everything is completely hidden. But I don't think that's so much to do with her essence as much as just the aesthetic. I felt like it was just a little bit unfun for her. But okay, we kind of see that overall, oh, that's gorgeous. This really big pink dress with the cape. It feels really festive. And then she's wearing just kind of like a very simple menswear blue suit with kind of a white top. And she really likes this or her stylist, whatever, they really like these pink glitter gowns for her. And then we have some other outfits. Okay, I found also, I did some research. She was another person I don't know that much about. So I found for her this, I just looked at some articles about her, and I found this article, which was called "Why Greta Gerwig is the Red Carpet's Queen of Whimsy." I did not read this article. I just thought this was a really nice combo of photos, because I agree with the professional Vogue editor Christian Alare here. I was like, I like these outfits for her. Can we see just the image? Yeah, we can. I really like these for her. I think that they're well chosen. And what do you guys like see when you look at this combo of photos? I'm seeing the more the better. That's just like the immediate thing that comes to me. I'm like, wow, she's doing a lot in these things, right? And again, you don't have to like all these outfits. I'm actually really not here to do like a fashion critique on Greta. That would be like a different, or anybody in, as you can tell so far, this is not a fashion critique video, because we can do fashion critique as a separate thing. I'm just saying in general, whichever of the outfits you do or don't like, I think that she can do super much, right? So she's like here on the very left, we have this mini dress, and it has the stars, and it has the fringe, and it has the embroidery, and then it's like, okay, she doesn't have a bag, the shoes are kind of simple, but I feel like she could have easily had some sort of like a burgundy 70s, like, you know, platform sandal with this. That could have been a bit more fun. Dress, fun. Again, could do a bit more even. I like this. This is gorgeous with the sequins, everything. Like the bright yellow, the long shape, the little necklace, this pink thing. It's a lot, but I'm liking it. She seems kind of happy. And then I just like saw some of her as if just, I don't want to, like, sorry, I'm scrolling like so fast you can't even see, but I did look a bit through this slideshow of her looks. So I would say she definitely likes the drama. I think that's the word that comes to mind for the up essence. I feel like she likes things that, you know, she really likes a bright, intense, like, color. She likes really long lines. I think she likes to exaggerate the height. This like vivid patterns, kind of sweeping details, like this big like orange thing, right? I think drama is a really good word for her. So that's definitely, I'm going for. I'm definitely going for the word drama for her. And then it's like, are we gonna put her? So that says like up, right? Because so I think like basically, this is like really cute. I think also, even though it's kind of like a casual menswear look, I think that's really cool. So if we agree, I feel like Greta, she goes for the drama, and I think for her, yeah, generally like intensity, more visual interest, this kind of like effortfulness, I feel like is really important. So we're gonna put her up, and then as I should put her left up or right up. I watched the video with her where she talks about some of her art, and I'm just gonna put her in the right up world based on my impressions on her essence. So I think she really makes sense up there in the right up quadrant. I think it also makes sense for me if we think about for her as a, you know, female filmmaker that is doing a lot in terms of creating these movies that are, because that's, she's very focused on women's stories, right? With Lady Bird, and then with Little Women, and now with Barbie, and then who knows what else. So I feel like for her also, my advice, kind of my take, is I feel like the more she kind of uses her visual style to kind of assert herself and her mission in the world, the better things are going to go for her. I feel like that she just makes more sense when she goes for this like high intensity style that's really representing this like femaleness. And then I like this kind of refined drama kind of, there's a lot of tailoring. I like all of that for her. So I'm going to kind of put her up here, like the icon. I don't know. That's just intuition. Kind of like icon, playful dame area. Okay? That's where we're going to put her. I think she's in a good place. I think she's happy. Melissa says on the stream that Simu is like more magnetic, so he could go up towards more where the siren is. And I'm like, okay, we can. I really am not attached. Let's put him a little bit over here. We can put it there. I don't have any center archetype for the men's. I just have like 4 corners for the men's. I haven't figured out the center name for the men because I don't have enough men clients or people wanting to use male archetypes. And I kind of like the 4 I have for the men. So either way, he can be there. He's happy. Okay. What do we have next? Is this fun? Like, is this working? Are you? Let me know, because this is everything is new for me, so I like to feel it and hear it. Okay, but next up, you can just chat to me. So next up, I wanted to talk about America Ferreira, right? She had a really big role in the movie, and I do not know her at all. I remember her, I think, from Sisterhood of a Traveling Pants. Was she in that? Do you guys remember that? It was like a book, and the premise was that they could all fit into the same pair of jeans. And Blake Lively was there, and the girl from the Gilmore Girls. I'm pretty sure that's America Ferrera. That's so cute. This was a long time ago. Blake Lively was such a baby. The times. Okay, but obviously America has done more than just be in that. And there was a bit too many pictures of her, so I couldn't really. Somebody says my first thought for Greta was Playful Dame, maybe come out with Priestess. Melissa, like, yeah, I like the Playful Dame a lot for her. I think Priestess could also be an option. So I think we can maybe put her kind of into that intersection on the Playful Dame Priestess icon. I felt like the icon because I feel like in some way, and this is more like my just intuitive feeling, I feel like Greta, she could be really this like visual representation of her art in a good way, but I'm going to put it this way. That's fine. I feel like she's doing good there. Okay, getting back to America. On the red carpet, I have to say, like, this is a lot of photos, but it's like, so she had a thing where she was not really wearing pink on the red carpet. And I wonder if that's because her and her stylist don't like the way she looks in pink, or if it was kind of a statement because she is not a Barbie in the movie, right? In the movie, she's a regular girl. So it's like maybe she's just not wearing pink because she's like, I'm not part of the Barbie gang. And if we're gonna like analyze the red carpet looks, I would say quite expressive, right? We have like really let's kind of, right, so it's like, what do these pictures have in common? She always has this kind of like minimal hair and earrings, right? Kind of it's just like very minimal. Then she does like a lip, or she does an eye. So there's not too much there. She doesn't like necklace. She doesn't really like too much jewelry on her hands. But the clothes, I would say, are very expressive, right? So we have this white dress, and it has ruffles, and it has sheer panels. It's got quite a lot going on. We have this all leather outfit, which again has this funnel neck. It has these cap sleeves, the belt, the pleats. It's made of leather. It's very interesting. And then we have, I love this for her, actually. She looks really pretty in this kind of curve-fitting shimmery dress with this giant rosette on the front and these upper-length sheer gloves, right, with the bag. So it's quite a lot. But at the same time, like, somehow not do you know what I mean? It's like, again, this thing where the outfit is really the focal point because the rest is kind of relaxed. Here I feel like it goes too quiet, right? It's just like a beige two-piece, and there's not really anything that's particularly striking about the outfit. I feel like that went too quiet for her. And then here we have, again, this like leather texture. Okay, she has something interesting with the hair. She has like some interesting earrings. I don't love this belt. I feel like this it's like too professional. Do you know what I mean? The belt, it's like too wide. It's too serious looking. It's kind of heavy. It's not really sexy enough. I feel like this outfit would make a lot more sense for me if the belt was kind of like slinky and fun and like a bit flirty, because I feel like that's what I'm getting from the braid and the hoops. Does that make sense to you? Arwen says she's like a sexy knight in that dark dress. Yeah. Oh my God. That's such a good way of putting it. So I'm loving these outfits for her, but I'm really not sure what to make of her and her style and how I would type it. It's like either, right? I mean, just like if I was just typing these outfits, right? It's like they're either on the up of the down quadrant or they're on the down of the up quadrant, right? Because it's like definitely there's a lot of like visual interest, but I feel like at the same time she's kind of trying to not do too much. She just wants to avoid from kind of getting overdone with stuff. So let's look at just some photos of her. Why street style? I just want style. I don't know. No, not street style. Okay. Don't like that. Okay, so she looks good in a fitted red sheath dress. All right. I don't know what that tells us. I mean, I feel like what's happening, I don't know if you guys can even see these, if these are too small. I feel like she's wearing a lot of things that I would just say kind of like fitted and kind of conservative looking. Right? Okay, yes, she looks great in the tight red dress. Polka dots are just okay. She can do it. Tight black dress. That's pretty. Flowers. Don't love those flowers on her. Okay, and now I'm just like kind of scrolling and I'm not really like taking in every outfit. I'm just trying to see if anything kind of captures my imagination and attracts me and stands out to me as being like particularly good or particularly bad. Okay, and again, like so either her stylist or she loves that kind of dressing in these kind of like fitted, tailored, professional style outfits. But I think this leathery thing is cooler for her. Oh, I know this is like vintage, but I kind of like that with the drapiness and the belt. That's really fun. I don't know why this picture wasn't in my list. Let's look at it. She has the sweetest look. Okay, it's all red. Red is a fun color for her. Okay, and it's like a big heart on the back. Oh, she was working with Carla Welch. I see a lot of ads from Carla Welch on my Instagram that tell me I need to become a stylist and take a course on how to be a stylist. Ooh, Melissa says, I'm almost wondering about Enigma for America, whereas Inquiry says, I feel like she's left out. I think like we all agreeing that she's on the left, right? Evidence for the left stuff is I feel like definitely I saw a bunch of stuff on her where I was like, oh, that somehow like ends up feeling a little bit too sweet on her, even when the outfit wasn't particularly sweet. And again, this is not like pro or anything, but it's just my intuition that suggests that she's more on the like intrigue side. I feel like intrigue is good for and sensuality also. I mean, definitely it's a bit of sensual vibe, but I don't think that's her main thing. I think the intrigueness is really good. I'm also like, I'm trying not to get too biased because I feel like the character in the movie, right, she was so left down. Somebody says America gives me Lady Heretic a little. Like it's tailored outfits, but she does well with adding a little edge so it's not too safe. Right, so like, right, maybe that? Is she so up though? Okay, I love this. I'm loving this discussion. We need to make a verdict, right? So so that this post doesn't drag on forever. But I'm feeling you. I'm seeing you guys. I'm hearing you. Oh wait, we have some more outfits that Sarika picked out. Like, yeah, she definitely likes. I mean, we have to say that she definitely likes to dress in this like sharp drama effort type of way, right? So you know what? I'm gonna go. I think I'm feeling like I could put her in the Lady Heretic. That's what I think. I think you're right. But again, like this is so stressful doing this live because I'm like, I don't know. Now we need to go and watch a bunch of interviews with her so we can learn about what she's like as a person and what her life in essence is. I was like, oh, she could be an enigma. Right, as Melissa says, maybe it's like she's a bit the uncertainty. So she's definitely like a bit of a question mark, but I feel like this kind of makes sense for her. I do think, just from what I've seen, is that, okay, Inquiry says, let's watch an interview with her. Glimmer says, I feel like Write Up has kind of flow, but not in the way of the flow, keyword of the left, and she does the left thing. She does the left thing. She does seem confined and restrained, but we don't know that because we don't know her. Okay, let's watch a clip. It's fine. We're having a good time. We're hanging out. You guys are here for all. Okay, somebody says, "Am I watching something?" Oh my gosh, you guys! Do you want to watch a live video with Style Thoughts by Rita about Barbie cast style analysis? What are we searching for? I forgot because I got so excited to see an ad for myself. America Ferreira. Oh, she did a TED Talk? That's interesting. My identity is a superpower and not an obstacle. And I did not dream about that. Oh my God, leave me alone. I don't want your spices. Wow, they're really getting a lot of bang for their buck because their ad is also being live streamed now. Okay, great. Okay, let's.
The sassy shoplifter, pregnant chola, number 2. These were the kinds of roles that existed for someone like me. Someone they looked at and saw as too brown, too fat, too poor, too unsophisticated.
Oh my God. Imagine like America Ferreira is supposed to be fat. What is even the point of Hollywood?
I dreamt of playing. I wanted to play people who were complex and multidimensional, people who existed in the center of their own lives, not cardboard cutouts that stood in the background of someone else.
Okay.
I am the first and only Latina to ever win an Emmy in a lead category.
Okay, wait, the ending is her, the highlight.
Change, while also being the person whose actions keep things the way they are.
Okay, so
what it's led me to believe is that change isn't going to come by identity.
Okay. So yeah, I think everybody is right. She's not that up, right? Because if she was like, come on, if she was a Lady Heretic doing a TED Talk, we would just see something very, very different. She is very passionate. So we love the passion and we love the message. So can we just for a moment just say, thanks America for, like speaking up, that's really great. We love to see it. We love to see women speaking up. But we did learn that her styling choices were to do a TED Talk in kind of like a suit with sneakers and a tank top. So unless she's like a very unhappy Lady Heretic, that doesn't seem likely. Let's see her in another interview. I'm rapidly downgrading her. Ambushed by a man who climbs under her dress at the Cannes film. This is ridiculous. What is wrong with people? Like, seriously, what is wrong with people? Okay, let's watch her discuss the meaning of success. Let's see.
I learned that success is
She's so pretty.
shiny and glamorous and important from the outside are really quite blank without you really what is success to me. I decided with projects to work on just based on sheer instinct.
Okay, great. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm so sorry. Somebody said they can't see the clip. I'm sorry. It's weird for me because sometimes I change tab and it shows and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, and Mariam says she seems to be in the middle in respect to both right up, left, and up down to me. Okay, you guys, are you ready for this? I'm gonna reveal where I'm gonna put her. Let's go back to our Barbie land. I don't know. It doesn't want to switch the tab. Sorry, I have to stop the screen share and I think start it again. Okay. So I am thinking we are gonna put her over here. Ta-da! Okay. Whew. That was a roller coaster for sure. Oh, I don't know what's happening. All right. Okay, so I wanted to bring myself back. So here's the thing, and this is also why I like to meet people in person. And obviously we cannot like identify a celebrity the same way as we can a real person because she's also acting even when she's in interviews, and she's acting in a TED Talk because she's literally an actress and it's her job to like pretend to be some way. But I would say I felt like a very, very big, like the intrigue vibe. I really like the intriguing keyword for her. I really like it. And I think she can do the sensual looks really good, even though I'm not sure, like, I don't feel like her dominant essence is sensual, but I think she can bring in those touches. And then I kind of like leaning towards the wildflower for her. I like that because I think she can go in a lot of directions. And I've noticed for a lot of wildflower celebrities, they have quite a lot of looks where they do these kind of like sooty conservative looks, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So if we go back here, on my Pinterest, you're seeing the Pinterest. On the left down, I think she reminds me, okay, they're not the same person, obviously, but she reminds me of like Julia Roberts, right? Who can sometimes, she does these like suits and these like, I don't know, like I would say just like more elegant looks. And then she can also do these more like creative, free-flowing stuff. And it's kind of like all works for her. And then sometimes they really when I was researching Julia Roberts, sorry, this is a total tangent, but I just found that they really like putting her in these like, in the suits, and they like to see her in this like elegant, dressy styling. So I feel, and like in this ad campaign, they really wanted her in the suit blazer. I don't know why. So that has nothing to do with anything, doesn't determine anybody's type. I'm just like making observations. I think overall for America, I would say intriguing and personable. I really felt when we saw her talking that she doesn't want the artificialness. She doesn't want the persona. She doesn't want to be hidden behind too many layers of the styling. She wants there to feel like kind of this unfiltered. I felt like that's a bit of the thing that she wants. And I feel like she can go in a lot of different directions for it. And I think like what we saw right from the red carpet, that she can pull off visually interesting looks, and she can feel like sometimes things are too bland for her. So that's why I put her in the wildflower category, and then it all makes sense. Wow, what a journey this was, you guys. But we took it together and we reached a really beautiful place, almost like the Barbie movie itself. Okay. Who do we got next? Okay, Ncuti Gatwa. I don't know how to say this person's name. So let us check on the internet before I say it a bunch of times and I say it wrong. Because he's Rwandan Scottish.
Separate names. And pronounce his name as well as if you say more.
What? Is he gonna say?
Rwandan actor shooting Gatwa.
Ncuti.
Gatwa.
Ncuti. Okay, so I feel like I'm really happy we checked this out before I called him Ncuti a bunch of times. So Ncuti Gatwa. All right, so I wanted to talk about Ncuti because I just really love this red carpet look. Okay, first of all, obviously because he's like smiling, so I'm like, it's joyful. I like anything that's joyful, but also like, you know, men's fashion can be so boring. And here we have these really fun, let's just look at it from top to toe, right? We have these really fun loafers that are platform and they have these rivets, right? We have the fun socks. We have these like sequin kind of like booty shorts. We have this really interesting sweater that has a cutout all the way. I wonder if it's, I guess it's couture or it's worn backwards. And then there's like the cape detail over it. And there's a necklace. And then there's just like a little bit of rings, just a little bit. So I am really loving that. And I feel like it really suits. It's kind of like, it's not really Barbie. I mean, it's immediately giving me like the Dua Lipa. Do you remember her with the naked silver dress where you're just like, what does this have to do with Barbie? But also like, I'm like, yeah, because, you know, Dua, she's a mermaid in the movie. I'm like, okay. So I'm with this outfit, I'm also like, I don't really know if this is a Ken outfit, but it's a very joyful, very extra outfit. So in that way, I feel like it really fits into the Barbie universe. And then Ncuti, we also have him wearing this super cutout kind of blazer with this really long fringe. We have another photo of him dressed in this kind of shades of yellow, green. There's like red socks with loafers. Even the loafers has like creative detail on it. It's like the chest is way open, right? And even when he's wearing kind of a more traditional suit, then he's adding this like waist belt detail to create a kind of an unexpected silhouette. And he has all those rings. Okay, so I'm really loving these looks, all of them. Oh, this is so fun also. I just want to take a moment to celebrate fun men's fashion. I love this. It's kind of like cozy winter, right? There's like so many sweaters. This does not look comfortable. This is not comfortable. This is art, you know, and then you have the little pretentious glasses to go with it. So that's all really good. And then we can also see when we put this just corduroy suit on, it's a bit of a write-down suit, TBH. It's a little bit underwhelming, right? And this is another thing I'm talking about. And I'm not saying Ncuti can only ever go anywhere if he has his entire chest open, but I'm kind of like, if this was how he dressed all the time, you wouldn't even know that he was capable of like this level of joyfulness. And it's like something could get lost, but both work for sure. What do you guys think? What are we gonna put up? And I mean, I'll look up just some other pictures of style just for fun. Okay. Oh, this is really cute. It's like a pink suit. It's got a necklace. He's got this really chunky little handbag and some rings and the cool sunglasses. A very, very like careful placement on the waistband there. So, you know, lots very high effort looks, I think. The loafers have little studs on them. That's really fun. It's kind of sailor costume. Okay, so I would say definitely a high fashion person who likes to take risks and be really creative for sure. Oh, beautiful. It's just a great portrait. Okay, what are we thinking? What are you thinking? We have somewhere fun for sure. Okay. Yeah, he's going to go somewhere fun. Right up with the smile. Left up, but a tad lower and brighter than Dua Lipa. Yes, the smile just radiates joy. Are left up people allowed to be joyful? I don't know. Right. Are the left up men allowed to be joyful? They are supposed to be intimidating and raw. I say they're allowed to be joyful. I think we must allow even the left up men to be joyful. So I hear what you're saying. So this is like the part where I get a bit lost in my wordless landscape, because I'm kind of like, yeah, his looks like they're so up, right? But then it's like, is he giving you intimidating, raw, or is he giving you impressive? The sun. Okay. Love it, love him, love him, love him. I am gonna put him in. Okay, wait. I'll do like a cute reveal. Let's put him over here. I'm gonna put him right here in that upright corner of the left up quadrant, where he is the male equivalent of Lady Heretic, which I have been calling the Renegade. I like that. So, because I would say, so as a summary, okay, Inquiry says the poet. No, I think like as a summary for me, I feel for Ncuti, the more up, the better. I think that for him, the more complex, the more intense, the more drama, the more effort, the more visual effort, I think the better almost. And I feel like he inhabits, just visually I can say, like I feel like he inhabits the body with a lot more confidence, power, when the looks are a lot more high maintenance, more intense. Yeah, and I also feel like, again, when I think about what would look like really natural and easy on him, I feel like I could, yeah, like I thought that this pink look from the Milan Fashion Week is a very like casual look on him, right? But for a regular person, this would be like, wow, that's a lot, because it's, you know, you could like for a regular, like, you know, for even for the poet, I would say we could lose the bag and we could like have an easier to walk in shoe, and then we could still be doing that, right? But I feel like he's really trying to, or him as stylist, are really trying to kind of like push it very, very far to take the opportunity to do that. So that's where we're going to put him. And that was very fun and very joyful. Really great. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So what does Greta Gerwig have against right up people? It's the question we have to ask. We're just kidding. We don't know that she has any particular bias yet, because we don't have a sample size. But we can joke around about it. Okay, Nicola, I just wanted to, I have no idea who this person is. I just thought she looked so lovely. And I just like to see some yin representation on the red carpet. You know what I mean? It's not just like, I don't know if she classifies as plus size. For me, it's really not the size of her body, it's more the shape. You know, she actually has like very small, very rounded shapes all over her body. And I feel like it's just not so common that they are like letting people who aren't 5'10" become actresses, etc. So I wanted to see her. I wanted to see some of her outfits. And I also just thought this bar really stood out to me when I was looking at the recaps of the outfits, but I have no idea who this person is. Diplomat Barbie, Nicola Coughlan. I always look up how to pronounce people's names before I talk about it, and I still a lot of times get it wrong. So she didn't really go on the Barbie red carpet, but we can say that this look was really, really pretty. I think that's what we can conclude. It's like sexy, but it's tasteful, and it's very dreamy, and it's like she's a sparkle Barbie mermaid. Okay, so let's look. She was in Dairy Girls. She's in Bridgerton. Okay. I have not seen those things, but have heard that both are excellent. So maybe something to consider. Okay, so Wikipedia is giving us like maximum cuteness, but it's like, is that because she is very cute, or is it because she's like blonde and has a round face, so they want to make her look cute? Okay, IMDb is giving us sexy rebel, you know, and like low cut black dress and the shadows and like the black nail polish. So I like the contrast between these things, because not knowing anything about her, I'm like, is it this or is she this? Like, what's her celebrity persona? So if you know anything about her celebrity persona, please tell me. Here I found, okay, here we have an article. We're going to learn all about her. I just want to make sure you guys are seeing this. So we learned that she has infectious charm, Bridgerton turned her into an accidental icon, but she's just getting started. And I'm assuming she's just styled like this because of Bridgerton and not because that's her best style. Okay, she moved to Oxford. She studied drama. She's from Ireland. She met snobby people. Penelope Featherington. Okay, she's very relatable. So we have a clue that she's chatty and she's relatable. She's optimistic. She talks very fast and is hyper intelligent. She has 1.6 million followers. Her kindness should not be mistaken for weakness. Okay. She had to work to support herself. So, you know. She had depression. Okay. So she's a real person with many different facets to her. But I'm not getting, I want to get more ideas about how this person wants to describe her. She's a political person. She's a feminist. She has a lot of fans. This article is not telling me much about her. It's very, very long. But I'm not seeing that much. It's okay, she says things that are true, but it doesn't sound cliche. Okay, so all we know about her is that oh my God, Glimmer writes, she's sweet but clever and inspiring. I would say that's definitely how the article is trying to portray her. Should we see if we can find a little clip on her? Nicola Coughlan, terrified, tries Brazilian snacks. Well, I know, okay, that's a thing potentially she could be write down because people love watching write down people do stuff, anything. They just really want to see you do it. Or yeah, really want to know what's in your bag. Let's watch in her bag. It has 1 million views. Let me see. Can you see that? Good.
Because you gotta walk into the club first. You know this.
Okay, it's an ad.
Hello, British folk. I am Nicola Coughlan, and today I'm going to show you.
Hello, British folk. Let's just.
Is in my bag. My bag is the Todd's shirt bag.
Okay, so it's not even your bag. This is.
I have a nice case, and I have a B case, which is a little bit Bridgerton. I've got my keep cup. It's one of the glass ones. I feel like the cork is good. Oh, I've got my name on it. So it's really messy, but it's real. I am quite the napper, and this is my silk sleep mask. I wear this on my way to set in the morning, so sometimes you get picked up at 4 a.m. and it's really tiring and awful, so I just whack this on and then I'm good to go. I wear it every night too, and it keeps your eyelashes curly, because I have naturally straight eyelashes. They stick out sort of like a cow, and if I sleep with this on, they stay up. My keys, obviously. I bought this at Dublin Airport. It's it's a lucky Irish leprechaun that says "Look at the Irish" on it. It spins around.
Okay. All right. So, okay. I mean, this is an ad, so I don't know how much we can read about. Again, I want to remind you that we don't know anything about people's personality, but obviously we understand this is not a real person. But I would say she's definitely trying to go for relatable, right? She's like, my phone is cracked. My eyelashes, they're just so straight. I like to have my name on the cup. My bag is messy. Look at this cute little keychain I have. So I feel like she's definitely going for
Okay, what else we got?
cute friend. Let's see.
It's like a skinny. I mean, in this wallet, I often have mixed currency, so I have some euro. Yeah, and I got some Queen's money as well. I'm very proud of this. You have to work to get rid of these. My Aer Lingus, I'll cover them on my Airflow card. It's my frequent flyer cards. And I got this paying for a lot of flights for auditions, so I feel like it's like my badge of honour. Shout out to my pals at Aer Lingus. None of them are my friends, I just wish they were.
I like her outfit though. I like this like green blouse with all this stuff. So, okay. So essence-wise, I gotta say, I do think both with the like activism, this like emphasis on how the interviewers see her as so optimistic and so charming, we're gonna go for the right? Because I feel like inspiring, dreamy with all the like little like super cute, the ruffles, right? That it's not too cute for her, but it's like up or down. Let's look at some photos. We're gonna let the photos decide. Oh wait, sorry, somebody had a really good comment. Mariam says there's a trend of pigeonholing plus size people to be a bubbly, sweet archetype, especially for women. That's but in her case, she might just be bubbly and sweet. Or yeah, so I guess the question is, Mariam, I actually feel like my take on this is like, don't you like, because that's like the type you're supposed to be, right? So she's like blonde and she's curvy and she's short. So like she's supposed to be sweet and cute. So if she is sweet and cute, then it's like she fulfills the expectations. She gets hired for the stuff. She gets invited to do the interviews. She gets invited for the red carpet. You know what I mean? It's kind of like she, like that could just be the way she is. So then it helps her find the success. Okay, these are really cute outfits, you guys. She made red carpet dressing exciting again. I didn't know that it stopped being exciting. Why do they always have to like come up with the most like ridiculous, like I did not know it was boring. Okay, but we're learning she's very extra, right? This Baptist, which people are always extra, but she's doing the really big bow, right? Really big dress. Where's the photos of her making red carpet dressing exciting again? This is a stylist. Okay, and this is their... Okay, so I mean, definitely dreamy, right? Because it's not just because she's blonde and cute, but it's also like, again, what I said, she likes to love the ruffles, the chiffon, the collars, the bows, the little bags, like everything, this Kaltkaya gold and shiny egg. It's really cute. It's all very, very nice. I'm thinking that even though her, like, speaking, oh, this is so pretty with this white dress at Wimbledon. Let me try and make this a full. This is really cute. So, okay, the photos conclude, right? I feel like we all seeing the same thing here. Okay. Oh, that's really cute. Is that like a Pride t-shirt? That's really, really cute. Okay. I feel like we know what I feel like we know what we're gonna. I feel like we know what we're gonna do. So just stay with me. And choo. Ta-da! Okay. All right. Verdict on Nicola. I'm going to say right up. I'm going to put Nicola in the right up quadrant. I'm going to put her right between the role model and the princess archetype. I do think that Nicola clearly has a bit of the bubbly, sweet personality because just in the couple things we read, the way she's profiled, people tend to like jump to point out her like optimisticness, her positivity, her this like relatability, this inspirational quality, how she's like a leader but kind of unassuming. So I feel like the interviews are really trying to bring out all of these like just really admirable qualities about her and trying to lift her up in that way. And I feel like so that's like a good profile for her essence. And then I think at the same time visually in terms of how she best translates the essence, we put her in the up quadrant because Nicola, she needs the drama, she needs the extravagance and the glamour, I think, to really make her look complete. When we look at her outfits, I feel like she is going for a heavy level of visual interest. Her and her stylist obviously been working on it for a long time, and I think they have found this formula where, if you remember, she has lots of colors. She not only has the bright color, but she has an interesting shape. So she'll have a bold collar, like a really big skirt. She has these really big, large details. Not only is there color and the shape, but she'll have a texture. She will have some sort of like big jewelry moment. So there's just like a lot of visual elements that come in to complete the look. And I think like what we all noticed, and I think that's what we were all thinking about in the chat, is that when she doesn't have those things, she can easily fall into this like being seen as this kind of like, oh, hee hee, like girl next door, like, oh, unassuming, which is like not fair to her, right? And if you like think about the system, if you think about people who actually do have kind of, I would say, like, you know, just if we're simplifying, like blonde, sweet, inspiring, unassuming style, like I immediately think about like Reese Witherspoon, right? The sweetheart. But Reese, like, she doesn't look like, you don't like want to underestimate her in that styling. You don't think like, oh, something's missing. You're just like, oh, this is so on point. Whereas I feel like with Nicola, when she's doing that, like, if she's doing that like not enoughness and going too far in this like the understated category, then I feel like you're not really seeing her. So she really needs that like lens of the glamour and this like intense outfit for you to fully perceive her and receive her essence and beauty and to her full power, I guess, as a person. So that's my reading. Again, like a quick reading on her essence, but I'm going to put it in the write-up. And I feel like she's not super up. And I feel like that's part of the thing where I did feel like she was aiming to be a little bit like relatable, a little bit like playful in the video, the ad we watched. But yeah, and I like the princess combo for her because I think it's hard as an adult to wear stuff that's like so very, very sweet. It's just doesn't work for a lot of people, even if they want to. And I feel like she pulls it off. And I don't think it's, oh, because she's yin or because she's blonde. I think it's something more about kind of the feeling of her and that it makes sense for her as a person because she is that person. I mean, right? She is, where was it? Like, she is that person who can wear this like giant pink dress with like this enormous tulle sleeves and this like bow. And you're just like, yeah, that's so pretty. Like, you're just like, we love to see it. It makes sense. And that's what we're doing in the style key, right? We're always trying to find a place for people where it's like their style makes sense with the way they're being. And you're like, okay, I get you. And I liked this, the white dress really sold me because obviously this outfit, like every quadrant could wear it, honestly, I think. But it's like so fun, right? It's like a white shirt, but it's a play on the shirt. Because see, she has the belt and it's made like kind of the sleeves and it's sewn on the side as if it's a shirt, even though that, you know, like it's just very, very visually interesting. And she has this like pointed things. And the shoes, right? She has this like texture on the shoes. She could even have more stuff on, basically. But I felt that this was like very cute. Oh, and this like big yellow dress. Okay, so she has really cool style. Should probably add her to the Pinterest because people are always asking for more. Probably should add all these people to the Pinterest in the future. Okay, we can't get carried away. Should we do one more? What do you guys think? It's been 1.5 hours. I don't even know like if some new people have joined who are like curious to see more people. If people are here are like, let's do somebody else. Or if you're kind of like, I've had enough. I've had my fill of Barbie celebrities. You let me know and I'm going to look for myself to see who I have left in the station to see if I feel inspired to talk about anybody in particular. And Marika, I guess, oh, Kate McKinnon, she was next on my list. Oh my God, she was so fun as weird Barbie. And Kingsley, it's great. Oh yeah, and I want to talk about Emerald because I don't know who that is, but I liked her outfits. I was very excited by her outfits. And Rhea Perlman, I thought that would be fun. And then we just have a couple others, Emma Mackey, Hari Neff. So we probably wouldn't get to all of those. But I mean, yes, I have like some different Barbies. I have some Kens. So if anybody thinks it's okay, Arwen says this is fun. Okay, so that means, I guess that means that we do a little bit more, keep going. Okay, all right. I do want to keep going because like the whole point a bit of the like live format is that like there is actually no limit to how long I'm willing to talk about style. More Barbies. Okay, Arwen. Okay, you will get your wish. Let's do more Barbies. Weird Barbie. Okay, let's do Weird Barbie. Let's do Kate McKinnon because okay, when I saw her in the movie, I was like, I know this lady, but I really do not remember what she's been in. So let's look her up. Let's check her out. Kate McKinnon, born in 1984. She's in Ghostbusters. Haven't seen it. The Spy Who Dumped Me. Also haven't seen it. Bombshell. I want to watch it. Haven't seen it. She went to Columbia University. Okay. Ooh la la. What have I seen her in? Okay, I watched Yesterday. That movie was cute. She was in... Is she famous, you guys? Like, I feel like she's famous, and yet I can't remember, like, really anything I have fully seen her in. Maybe she's just been kind of famous for a long time. Okay, and somebody, Mariam also says that we should do Emma Mackey since they look alike. Yeah, that could be fun. But let's start with Kate. I think that is fun. So, okay, so she's kind of famous. I haven't seen her in anything. So let's see. On the red carpet at the world premiere, so she chose to do kind of a pink satin suit moment, right? And she's doing a waistcoat, love, love, love. I mean, this is like, love it. It's satin, and it's very, very minimal, right? So it is pink. It's on theme. It's tailored. But it's like, and there's silver shoes and their heels, all right. But there's no bag, there's no jewelry, makeup is minimal. It's kind of an outfit that's very much like, I'm doing the thing, you know, like I'm doing the thing, but I'm not gonna go further than that. And then we have another one, and I don't know if this is her on set or premiere or something, but she's another suit moment. And this time kind of a three-piece menswear with a lot of buttons and kind of like a big blazer, really big slouchy pants. So really like oversized. And with the short hair, I think that's a really fun look. Really like leaning into the androgynous like feel with a very menswear inspired suit. And then she seems to wear a lot of black suits, black dresses, and maybe like a big red gown. Ooh, okay. So this is a fun start. Do you think, should we watch, she's most famous for SNL? Yeah, you know what? I've probably seen her on SNL. And Kakali, you love the pink suit. I also love it. I think it's really pretty. But again, like for a red carpet, understated. That's the first word that comes to mind. And the rest of her stuff, I would say a little bit more minimal, right? Just styling. And let's watch something with her. I feel like that has been, since you guys are okay doing that, I feel like for me, that's always the best way to get a taste of somebody. Okay, we can watch her interacting with Margot, talking about Barbie. Videos of her being fun. Oh my god, I would love to see her Gal Gadot impression. That would be really funny. But I feel like we should probably stay on topic and just watch her talking about Big Ken energy. Because that's like her talking rather than doing a bit. You know what I mean? Yes, I love going on Amazon to buy products I love. I didn't even know Amazon was in Sweden. Okay.
Where else are the twins when you Would you like to take that? No. I had a Robbie photo.
Oh, I think that's like kind of what I had. I mean, I had the camper van, but it would have the fold out thing.
I don't think I had a Barbie. I had the house. Do you remember what you
Okay, first of all, can I just say I love Kate's styling for this interview? Can we just pause for a moment? First of all, that color is so pretty with her hair and complexion, eyes. But also, I feel like I really don't like a lot of time like when people try to do the tie look, but she's really doing it so well. And I love that it matches the shirt. And I love also she did like the rolled up sleeves. So I feel like, and I think like the shirt is like tailored, right? It has a bit of a shoulder pad in it. And then she has this kind of like tousled hair and really minimal makeup. So I feel like she really likes the disheveled menswear vibe. I really like that.
Hamster houses and the hamsters that run in them, and then put your dog in. Look, no, it wasn't like that.
I love how instead of talking about her first Barbie product, she's talking about how her hamster died.
This theory I think I've used so far is that it's actually both.
I want to hear Kate talk, not Margot. Okay.
I'm saying smart, fun, meaningful. Good. I'm gonna say, if we get 6 words between us, I suppose, exuberant, ooh, hilarious, what? Unexpected. Ooh, but not horrifying.
Okay, well, can I just say, like, I love Kate so much? Is that my verdict on her essence? Oh my god, we cannot see the pictures. I was watching a video, and again, like, sometimes when I open a new tab, it works, and sometimes it just doesn't work. And I'm really sorry, and I'm going to learn how to... I feel like this stream has been the best one technically, but I just don't know why that happens sometimes. I've been trying to watch this video of her with Margot, and all I've learned so far is just how much I love Kate McKinnon. That's the video. And I just want to I'm so sorry for my technological ineptness. But can we just say, like, how cute is this outfit? Do you see it? It has the shirt, has a shoulder pad, right? And there's the tie. Rolled up shirt sleeves.
She's also like so smart that never makes me feel dumb. Her knowledge of things.
I think they're talking about Greta.
There's some people who know a lot of films do it in a way where they're like, oh, you haven't seen? Well, let me tell you. But whereas Greta brings you in, she invites you in to experience it. And she does that with this movie where it's like, everyone's invited. Like, come and enjoy this with us. Because it's so enjoyable.
Oh, it was so enjoyable.
It's my favorite movie. I love that. We should see it.
Okay, so we all learned, yes, Melissa says Kate is one of my few celebrity crushes. I mean, I see it. She's very lovable and very charming. Okay, well, let's look at like pictures of her and like figure out like what does she wear. People that have seen her on SNL, what is the usual styling? I feel like what I'm getting so far is that she really doesn't want her styling to kind of get in the way, right? I feel like she doesn't want to, I feel like she wants to have this kind of freedom. Gillian Anderson helped Kate McKinnon realize she was gay. That's funny. Do you see what I mean? It's like when it's like, I feel like what she definitely, I mean, I guess maybe for her it's a sexual orientation thing, where she doesn't want things that are too femme, because then they're like restricting her and not feeling authentic, perhaps. This is a photo shoot. I like the photo of her in the suit, but it doesn't tell me much. I do not like that turquoise blazer. I mean, I really like that pink suit. That's a good one. I don't like this plain black dress. There's not a lot of this. I guess it's like she's not a fashion icon, you guys. Is that why? Not a lot of like great style moments. Okay, and when she's out and about, okay, she wants to wear a t-shirt with leggings. Or heels. And then she does an interview. She has just like a suit and Chuck Taylors. Like her in bright colors. I feel like, I mean, it's pink. It's really fun for her. And that this is more of a season thing, right? It's like, or is it just like, more like, I don't think it's a season. I was trying to think if it's a season thing because she's blonde, so she doesn't wear black. But that's not really it. I feel like black is a little bit of like an invisible color for her. Whereas I like when she's a bit more, when you can see her a bit more. I like to see her a bit more. I really like this cover for some reason because you really see her face so well. She has a really, really beautiful face. All right. So I think like what we're concluding is that she doesn't seem to want to, she doesn't really want to use style in a very like extra way, right? She's not really, she definitely likes like tailoring, especially when it's like the special occasion, right? She likes like the menswear moment, and she likes kind of a soft, comfortable fit. But I feel like overall, like just when we look at the whole collection of her images, is that she's not really that much of a fashion girly. And I feel like then it makes it a bit hard to type because I don't think we can necessarily conclude like, oh, she's just like not that into fashion or something. Or I don't know if we can conclude something. Let me turn my light on because it's like getting darker. I don't know if we can really conclude that about her or anything about her essence. It could just be that she hasn't really found the thing that feels like her, so she's not really that into dressing up with it. Could be the thing. Okay, so now we have to decide for the sake of the live where we're gonna put her. So I must just think for a moment. And if you ever have like a session with me, I just have to like take some moments where I just close my eyes and I just have a little Rita moment to search my heart and find the answers within. I'm gonna put her into the cool girl / spicy girl next door. I feel like what she's trying to do. I feel like some parts of her thing where I feel like she is not just that into like doing a lot of emphasis on her style. I feel like if we just like read that into her and we say like, oh, that's part of Kate McKinnon's style identities, maybe she's not that into like really trying to put too much focus on her style. I feel like that kind of reminds me of Scarlett Johansson, who she was photographed with, who kind of wants to like de-emphasize a bit the visual side and kind of almost use this style as a way to de-emphasize her like visual presence. But I feel like the artful low maintenance stuff and the like suiting and the I like it. I like that for her. I like that a bit more. So that's where I'm going to put her. That's my vibe. I'm going to put her on our map. Let me come back to the slides. Good. There's our slides. Okay, let's go back to our map. That's where we're going to put her. We'll put her like over here. That makes sense to me. Because it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I saw something where I was like, oh, she's really got her style figured out and it's so good. And that's, oh, she's like great over here. But I have to say, like, she's obviously been in the entertainment industry for some time. So she's always thought about, well, how she wants to present herself and like what type of like aesthetic she wants to pursue. And also just like how she wants to like use style as part of her celebrity persona. And I think for her is to decenter the like aesthetic side. And I feel like for celebrities, can often relate to Spicy Girl Next Door, explore archetypes. Not so much for real people, because for real people, you don't have to do as much to de-emphasize like your appearance in the same way, because people are not as obsessed with your appearance, right? It's just not as big part of your job. So I just want to like flag that. I don't think, you know, they have different types of jobs than we do. Okay, and let's do one more. I'm having so much fun. And I just want to say again, like, thank you to everybody who's here, because you make it so fun. Okay, so we have Midge, Emerald Fennel. I don't know if you guys know who that is. I just really liked the outfits Larika found for her, so I was excited to look at her. Or we could talk about Emma and Mackey, because people said they wanted another Barbie. So you just tell me in the chat, do you want Emma or do you want Midge? The lady who plays Midge. And in the meantime, I'm going to check the comments. Arvin says Kate was talking about Gal Gadot, difference between up and down. Yeah, that's really fun, I think, to see celebrities, because they are like aware of what their different celebrity personas and brands are, so they can like make some fun commentary about that. And Mariam says, I wonder if most comedians are in the down quadrant. I don't know. That's a really, really good question. That would be like a fun thing to type. One thing I really want to do, I know it's not like going to be as popular, but I would love to do a thing where I just type all the UFC fighters, because you would think like men who like fight to the death for a job, they would all have the same essence, but they're so different. And I feel like that's really fun. So maybe I'll incorporate that into the stream on the men's system, which I think is going to be coming up, because I think it's fun. So yeah, I wonder with comedians, it's the same thing. Like maybe you think like, oh, like to be a comedian, you probably like blah, 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 have this type of persona, but actually probably very different. Okay, I have received votes. It seems like Emma is the winner in the votes. So let's do Emma. I do not know her. I haven't seen Sex Education. I know it's so good. That's what she's famous for, right? I'm sorry for not seeing like so many famous and important shows. Okay, right away on the red carpet, she is giving us a very minimal style, right? Not only is like the dress literally minimal, like it has no embellishments or adornments, but it's like showing a lot of her skin. She has this like small necklace. There's no earrings, right? There's a ring. There's no bag. But the hair is also done in this very specific way. Wow. The hair is done in this way so as to say, like, I'm casual, right? And it's like the no makeup look. So I would say bear is the theme. And I feel like that is interesting for Barbie, because it's not a Barbie look. So I feel like right away, the thing I definitely notice that she's kind of going against the theme, because Barbie is all about being dolled up. And Emma on the red carpet is saying like, no, I'm doing a different thing. And then we see some other photos of her. Okay, she's wearing a very dainty lady dress. She doesn't look very happy in it, but it could just be the dress and not an essence thing. But she does not look happy in the dress. Here she's wearing a black kind of mesh thing. She's posing like kind of a confident way, I guess, but I'm not super vibing it for her. I feel like this green suit I like. It's kind of like she's kind of hiding in it, right? Because it's dark and it's kind of like baggy, and she's even putting the bag in front. I guess partially she's selling the bag. Maybe it's a Bottega Veneta show, and then she in this tight all black, can't see anything, the outline of her body. She seems happy. She's like, "Ooh, I'm pretty." And then this is a very pretty red dress. I like it. She looks medium happy. Okay. So we can see her in some different styles, but I'm saying like right away, she's a bit like, she's really being a rebel here with the Barbie styling. So it's making me think like, what's going on? Does she like to do a bit of the unexpected, or does she have some specific Barbie feeling? Okay. Emma Mackey style. Let's look her up. Okay. Wow. She's wearing red, okay, but she's wearing a Balmain outfit that Balmain like put on her, so we can't conclude anything. Okay, she's wearing a blazer and white sweater. She's wearing a purple sweater. She likes big jackets. This is kind of fun. Let's look at this. It's like a purple velvet suit. I like that she has it with these sneakers. It'd be like unexpected. I feel like the bag looks a little bit stiff on her with the sneakers and the suit. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look as relaxed. It looks a bit too tailored and too angular. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like she's a person who ease. Are we seeing ease? Is that what we're seeing? Like that I just want, like my intuition is just to put her into things that are easy. Mariam says, I would definitely watch the UFC typing. Okay, that's good, because I'll make it part of the stream on the men's, the discussion on the men's. Okay, cool yellow dress, giant black jacket, showing and hiding. Like, are we maybe seeing just a bit beautiful left on girly? Like, is that what we're seeing? Because I like this. I like the giant kind of outfit, and suddenly the leg comes out. I don't want it. The leg comes out, but the leg is kind of hidden in the boot. I really like that moment. And here, I really like that in the neckline. It's like down all the way, but then there's a thing here that somehow brings more attention to it. And then the beehive hairstyle is kind of like discongruent with the whole look. I like this a lot. It's very unexpected. I feel like the word like unexpected for me is something I really like for her. Right? Yeah. I'm like, what is this? Great. Wonderful. Okay, she's at Fendi and she's wearing a Fendi bag. So I've learned that brands really want to use her to promote their stuff, which I guess all brands do with every person. But I like this. I like this like cropped white shirt look on her. I think she's really making it work. But I also like this really bold print with the really wild headband. I'm getting a little bit of an Enigma vibe, maybe. That's like a first feel I have. And obviously, we gotta watch a clip or something. Perhaps Cool Girl. People saying left down. Oh no. Okay, maybe she's left down. Ease and mystery. There's ease and mystery. So that's why I was like, maybe she's the Enigma, because on the one hand, yeah, like I feel like she needs it to be like flowy and easy. But on the other hand, I feel like there's a bit of the mystery. But she could just be the cool girl. She does look very cool. Unexpected but approachable, Melissa. I think those are good words. So I feel like we concluded some stuff from photos, but we're in action, right? So let's watch a little bit. Let's just get a taste. Who is she? Oh my God, look, it's my stream. I'm famous. 33 people are here. Thank you so much for being here. I really like it. Okay, she doesn't... I don't want to watch an interview on the red carpet. I feel like she needs to be like feeling more safe. Let me make sure that you can see this window. Okay, sorry, just like paranoid about you not being able to see. I don't know which of these like scenes are really speaking to me. Should we just watch the back video since we watched it with Emma also? Yeah, I feel like this is like seriously like a style themed sleepover or something, or like they're all just like hanging out on a Sunday talking about fashion. It's literally my biggest dream in the world. So, okay, here we go.
I'm Emma.
I'm Emma.
Welcome to What's in the Background.
She really does look like Margot.
Let's get to it. Elegantly, of course.
I feel like that bag looks brand new. This woman has not gone around like using this bag. Like, why can't they even try? Why can't they give them at least one of their own actual bags that these people have used?
So, book.
Okay.
Really good. It's basically about the history of humankind. The most interesting thing I've learned is probably that, like, our language started out through gossiping. So you would tell, oh, so and so has been crossing the river at this time of night, and blah blah blah. And so our language started by gossiping and finding signals, and I think that's really, really cool. So we're all gossipers by nature. The one thing that I couldn't travel without are probably my headphones. I listen to a lot of Scissor. Control is one of my favourite albums, and I listen to a lot of Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, all of that kind of group as well. Trusty diary with my entire life in it, as in, you know. Oh, today, how exciting! This is my necklace that I put in my bag earlier to keep it safe. My friend gave me this, got my initial on it, and I've got a guardian angel.
I mean, what I'm getting, yes, Kekali says, I love the way she just shook out the contents. Yeah, I felt like that was definitely a move. And Arwen says intellectual, intimidating. I mean, for sure, I would say this lady is flexing, right? She brought a big, big book and she was going to show you what's in her bag. And she says, I read big, big books about how humanity emerged, right? And then she's like, and I listen to headphones and I have the cord on the headphones. So, okay, she's definitely flexing. But I also feel like she's not like really excited to be doing this one.
And ambitious, so I can actually be quite.
Sorry, this is like the biggest peak of the video, so I want to see what it is that people want to watch.
Like, I can't imagine having poems in her bag just lying around from admirers. Je pense que mon sac montre que je suis très organisée et que j'aime bien le parfum, et sentir bon, et que j'aime bien écrire avec un stylo, à l'ancienne. You have to put the flat things at the back of the bag.
Okay, so people really were excited about seeing her say something in French. Let's see what people say about her. Elegantly, classic. I'm in love with her. She's carrying 2 bottles of perfume. Yeah, she carries a lot of big things around. I don't think she carries all of those things around. Okay, so people love her. I didn't really get that much out of this video. I didn't feel like I was connecting with her. I don't know about you guys. I feel like I'm just like, okay, I don't know. It felt, you know what? Okay, so here's the thing. Hypotheses. Rita's hypotheses. And this is like the part where I know this is like Rita's brain world. Okay, my 2 immediate hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, she has up essence and she doesn't want to show you what's in her bag. She doesn't want to like you to know anything about her. She doesn't want to like pretend to be relatable or for you to feel like you understand her in any way. So like the whole format is not for her. Or hypothesis number 2, maybe she like doesn't think her stuff is cool enough, so that's why she like brought a bunch of like really cool stuff so she could be like, look, I have a friend who gave me a special necklace, and like, look, I listen to, you know, I have perfume because I have good taste, you know. So it's like it could just be not essence related but just like her as a person. Okay, Kelly thinks that she doesn't seem super excited to do this. I hope that's just not me. She's similar to her sex education character, but more classy. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Sorry. Okay, let's since we're so deep into our dive on Emma here, I think let's just give her, let's do one more chance. Mariam says, I feel like she was playing a character. Yeah, like I also feel that, right? And then that's why I'm thinking, like, it's like, is she Enigma? Like, what's the story with her? I say let's watch Glamour UK interview. Let's see.
Today we're joined by the Queen of Sex Education, Mackey. How are you?
I am
Glorious.
feeling glorious.
Darling.
I think she just doesn't like interviews. She doesn't like to be interviewed.
Less than me. Maybe back in her lives. Because she's very like outspoken and she wants her voice to be heard, doesn't she? Well, what I did was, before I came in every day, I dug up the interview we did the first time. And I read it.
Okay, this lady just doesn't like to be interviewed, is what we have learned from this, which like doesn't make you any type of a person. It doesn't really make you any type of an essence. But all I'm sensing is that she's just not that interested in this format. So given that she is an actress and her job is acting, I don't know how much we can really learn. So I think what we have to do is we just have to go back to the style stuff for a moment. Let's look at her red carpet looks to see what she usually does on the red carpet. And then I think we just have to make a verdict because, you know, we're here. Okay, I really do not vibe with this for her. With the lemons look, the yellow bag, the whiteness, I don't like it. I do really like this naked white dress for the Barbie look and like this disheveled hair. I feel like it really makes a statement. I also quite like the black and white suit. That's quite nice. The red cape dress is all right. Sorry, I'm just clicking through here kind of quickly, so that's why I'm not really, and I don't want to do some sort of like really big deep dive into everything I'm seeing. I'm just trying to take in some impressions. I like this white suit moment. I like the look of the suit. I don't know if I like it for her. Guys, I just have to say I'm gonna Enigma her. That's how I feel when I look into those big eyes. That's what I see. And oh, that's cool for acne. I don't know, like I think this is one of those things where if you guys like come at me with like a 10 slide PowerPoint about how I'm wrong, I'm willing to reconsider, but I'm gonna put her into the Enigma for now, and I'm gonna say she's our Enigma friend. Okay, so and this is like a little asterisk, like Rita's not feeling 100% confident here, but that's just the vibes I get. She's over there, and because I feel like, okay, I want to remind you a bit. So in my system, the Enigma archetype is really far on the left, and she's kind of just a little bit up. But she could go quite far up. And the point with the Enigma, it's a little bit like on the other side with the playful dame, where like you're a bit unsure. You're like, is this person up or are they not up? And they themselves are often like, am I up? Am I not? Do I really need drama? Do I really need glamour? Do I need all that effort? I don't really know if I need all of that. Maybe I don't. And there's a lot of this like constant ambivalence about what do I really need style to do for me. But I ultimately think that like Emma doesn't really have this like personability of somebody like who is just like at ease and like happy to just kind of be their charming self without anything extra. I feel like her outfits don't necessarily need to be really complicated to do her justice, but I feel like her essence makes the outfits like imbues them with that sense of like the mystery and a little bit of that drama. I feel like for her, the intrigue enveloping is a really big word. I like the things where she's kind of a little bit hidden by them. I would like to see her in more kind of rappy things in general. I feel like there's a lot there for her to explore with the sensual things. So that's kind of how the direction I would lean for her to style. Also just the intrigue. And I think she makes sense as somebody who could do many different styles and really create this kind of question mark with her essence and her styling where you're really not sure, like, what is she about? Why is she wearing that? Why is she wearing those pieces that way? What's going on? So, and people are like, okay, Arwen, Melissa, and Mariam are on board with the Enigma typing. So we have some consensus here. But again, like, yeah, I would say like for her, America was a bit unsure, but so sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm sure this is like so easy and so obvious. And sometimes you're like, like, who is this person really? What is in their heart? And we just don't know. Okay. So I like it. I feel like it really makes sense for her. So even though there are a lot of other really, really beautiful stars, Alan. So Rika just wrote very hard to find outfit photos of him. Yeah. And for Will Ferrell, she just wrote, Will doesn't like suits. No, he doesn't like suits. So we do have a lot of other people, but I feel like we have done many people. We have had a big journey of exploration, and we have typed on the Barbie cast. And I think the big takeaway here has just been to kind of show you on the typing process that what I really try to do is I look at the photos and I just use my intuition on like, what do I find compelling, right? What stands out to me personally, right? And on with Emma, for example, like what really jumped to me just intuitively, I was like, why is she wearing this to the Barbie red carpet, right? So like what really jumped out at me was like the clash between the theme of the event and the character she was portraying and the actual outfit that she chose with her stylist, how they chose to style her, right? That was just what jumped out at me. I could have noticed something else. I could have been like, oh, like the white, it's so luminous, you know, or I could have been like, oh, the slip dress, it's so sensual. But it's just a little bit up to your intuition, like what it is that you really notice. So what I like to do is I look at these photos, I see what do I notice. I like to browse through their different outfits and I like to see again what stands out to me. And in terms of the up-downness, I like to see like, yeah, do they make sense with a wide variety of outfits, or do they like kind of really have a strictly defined look? Then we can kind of type their look if they have like a uniform. It's easy. And then we can kind of see their clips and just get a little bit of a sense. Or as we read with some articles, we were like, what are the top words the industry uses to describe these people? And that's the thing with celebrities, right? So you can really feel free to do your own typing explorations, because when you're typing your friends or your family, it's a bit of a different story because your friends and family don't have this defined brand, right? But to make it as a celebrity, you really need a brand, right? You need this like short pitch about like, oh, what type of person are you? Because that's the casting agent, the directors, they want to know like, what's the flavor, what's the vibe, what can you do? So for celebrities having this story and also for them to be able to sell their productions on social media, it really requires for them to have this persona. So they really need their brand story figured out, so it can be really easy and fun to type them by analyzing like, okay, what's the brand story that people are trying to sell us on? And of course, for your friends, if you're typing them, the brand story doesn't need to be as refined. So the process becomes a lot more about their style logic, right? Why do they pick things out that they do? What makes them feel good or bad? With an actress, you don't really know that. Even you can get some hints by watching their like 7 days, 7 outfits, you know, anything where they talk about style, you can definitely get hints. You can see what did they choose to show, how did they talk about it. I think that can be really helpful, but you still have to remember that, you know, they're actors or musicians, and it's kind of scripted and it's all part of their master PR strategy. So you don't get as big of an insight into how they're using style really for themselves. So we're kind of observing them from a really different perspective than we're observing normal people. But still, like, I believe, maybe, I don't know if you believe it too, but I really do believe that the external, the presentation, the essence, the story maps quite well onto the inner world and what style does for you. So for example, like, I don't know if Greta Gerwig herself would say, oh, I really need style to help me represent my values in the world, and I visually need to be aligned with my mission. So, you know, if I'm known as a style kind of icon, almost, that helps me promote my role as the type of filmmaker I am, the type of artist I am, and to gain respect, you know. And I don't know if she thinks about it that way, but intuitively, I'm going to say I feel like it would work for her to think about it that way. Just as I do think, like, for example, for somebody like Emma, it works to not be like, oh, I'm doing the Barbie premiere, so I have to wear pink. Whereas somebody like Issa would be like, okay, it's Barbie, it's pink. I don't usually wear pink. Okay, this is an opportunity for me to explore a new color that I haven't felt comfortable with before, and to learn, like, okay, how can I make it something that feels like me and not just like you know, this like homework assignment, like I have to do pink, because it still felt like Issa on the red carpet eventually. So it was like for her, styling herself like a way to expand her own style identity and how she uses style. So there's a lot of like big lessons, I think, and also it's just really fun to look at beautiful photos of beautiful people wearing beautiful outfits. I loved the movie. This was really fun. I think in the next stream, I think I'm going to talk about the men's system, and I can do some examples probably from the UFC because that's really funny to me. And they're more like real people who wear actual outfits. But also, yeah, there's reasons why I think it's a good illustration case for men. But I can also talk a bit about like just really basic outfit recommendations for the men's quadrants and stuff, because I know people are interested, like you have men in your lives who want to do some style stuff. So that's my tentative plan, but that might not be the next stream. I might change my mind, but it's going to be a stream. So again, like I just had the most fun. I can't believe it's been 2 hours. Like seriously, I feel like where did the time go? It was like the most fun ever. I just want to do as much of these as possible at the best time. And thanks for being here, and thanks for all your nice comments. Okay. Have a good Sunday. Bye.